Next is Western metaphysics. Who were the monists? Thales, Anaximander, Anaximenes, Anaxagoras, Parmenides, Heraclitus. These are the monists of Western metaphysics. But they have all different views. First is Parmenides. Parmenides was the one who regarded permanence as the distinguished characteristic of reality. He said everything is permanent, nothing changes. According to Parmenides, motion, change, time, and distinctions are not real. When change occurs, that which did not exist come into existence, and that which existed disappears. According to him, since there is no change in the world, there is no time either. According to him, empty or vacant space does not exist. If there is no empty space, there is no motion, and if there is no motion, there is no change. The difference between two objects, that also is not real. So according to Parmenides, the ultimate reality, that is which is real and the ultimate substance, is complete. There is no empty space in the ultimate reality. It is permanent and it is eternal. It is neither created nor destroyed. It has no beginning and no end. Next is Heraclitus. He has opposite views to Parmenides. According to Heraclitus, change is the essential characteristic of reality. Means change exists. Reality is constantly changing. Impermanence, that is nothing is permanent, is the nature of the universe. He has a famous saying that no one can step into the same river twice. Empedocles was also same as Charvaka. He also said that there is only 4 elements that exist. There is no other details about him in this. In Western philosophy, Democritus and his master Leucippus is materialist. Democritus also believed in the concept of atoms. He said that atoms are basically dynamic in nature. They are constantly moving into void or of the universe, in the void of the universe. They differ in shape and size. There is no qualitative difference. Only quantity wise they change. The quality of all the atoms are the same. Because of the constant motion and different shapes, they become interconnected and gives rise to various objects. When atoms get separated from each other, they get destroyed. So Democritus believed that the happenings, whatever happen in the world, is not intentional and there is no purpose behind it. So if there is no purpose, there is not a purposer. So he didn't believe in the existence of God. प्लेटो के हिसाब से अभी 2 थियोरीज हैं, वो दोनों उसके साथ कोलाइड करने का कोशिश किया प्लेटो ने. He said that one theory is that the ultimate reality is unchanging, indestructible and eternal. The second is the ultimate reality is impermanent, is constantly changing, and this is the true nature of ultimate reality. Plato tried to reconcile both. He tried to mix up both the theories in his two-world theory. He said that there are 2 worlds. He gave the concept the world of forms. He said that essence are beyond space and time. Essences are neither created nor destroyed. Essence exists forever and do not undergo change. Like treeness. All the trees have a same essence, treeness. This is an example. All these essences are known through reason. When we reason, we know that these essences exist, but we cannot experience this using our senses. According to him, the world of essence is real and it exists in actuality. Everyday world that we experience is just a copy or an imitation or a shadow or reflection of that world. So that means shadow and reflections are also real. Whether it is shadow or reflection, if that shadow or reflection has to exist, then something of which it is a shadow or reflection, that also has to exist. So according to him, there are 2 worlds. So the world of forms is real, and this world that we experience is just a copy. Next is Aristotle. Aristotle said that this Plato's theory of 2 worlds, he does not believe in that. He rejected the notion. The world that we experience is the only world that is real, according to Aristotle, and all the change that occurs, it occurs in the same world. It does not occur in any other world. And this is the only world that existed before, is existing now, and will exist forever. Other than the two fundamental changes, that is creation and destruction, everything else occur in the substance. Substance, that is fire, earth, those elements, substance. He and Vaisheshika both believed in categories, the 7 categories of Saptapadartha. Aristotle also believed in those substances like Vaisheshika. Modern philosophy. First is Descartes. Descartes is a French philosopher and he is the father of modern philosophy. He said that substance is that which exists independently. Descartes used the method of doubt to arrive at the conclusion. He said that I think, therefore I am. And Descartes accepted dualism. That is, he accepted two realities. And he is a realism. He believed in reality. He said that the beliefs, thinking and the functions are all related, is not related to the body but to the mind. The intellectual emotions and desires are all rooted in the mind. According to Descartes, the body or the mind are separate from each other. Body is a material substance and mind is made up of consciousness. So we can experience the body with our sense organs, but we can't experience our mind because it does not occupy any space or does not exist through time. The world consists of two independent substances, that is corporeal substance and incorporeal substance. According to Descartes, both this mind and body is created by God. So above the definition is only applied to God. In the world created by God, we can call matter and consciousness as substance. It's a limited sense, but their existence doesn't depend upon each other. They are independent. Spinoza is next. Spinoza is a monist. He believed in monism and he is a rationalist. Although Spinoza rejected Descartes' dualism, he proposed a new theory based on Descartes' definition of substance. He said that if knowledge of the substance does not depend on anything else for its existence, then why should we need knowledge of anything else for acquiring complete knowledge? Spinoza said that all the objects in the world appear indirectly or are indirectly or directly related to each other. They all depend on each other. All substance, in fact everything that exists, is part of a single, fundamental, limitless, eternal, infinite reality, and he calls this reality as God. Spinoza has a theory of proving existence of God. It is called as pantheism. Pantheism says that all is God and God is all. Next is Leibniz. Leibniz believed in pluralism and idealism. Leibniz also believed in atomism, just like Democritus and Vaisheshika. Leibniz argued that if we keep dividing particles, we end up into reaching a fundamental particle, that is atom. So he named these atoms as monads. So he says God is the highest monad. He has created all other monads. He says that God has created the world in the best possible world. Next is Hegel. Hegel is a monist. He believed in monism. Okay. Hegel also believes that the entire universe is created from a single principle, but he calls this principle as absolute. So absolute is the one that existence of which is not related to existence of anything else. It is not material. The absolute is not material. It is conscious. It also considers he also considers it to be the nature of reason. The absolute, it is material, it is conscious, and it is the nature of reason. It is why we reason. It is also dynamic. It keeps changing. He says that the universe evolves gradually, and he calls this a pattern of evolution as dialectics. It means that if one argument and two arguments argue with each other and we come into conclusion with one argument, then another argument is placed opposite to it. So like this we argue and then we come into conclusion. So this is the pattern of evolution and he calls it as dialectics. Scientific perspective. In scientific perspective, we have to remember that the scientific knowledge is called objective knowledge. That is only about the material world, knowledge only about the material world. And it is not possible for every new entity or phenomena to have found from the name. There is no name of anything that exists in the world from the beginning. Giving a name to anything is also a new knowledge, and it requires new terminology. Science believes that the universe is made up of atoms, molecules, ions, etc. When the motion of these particles around us is what we call as energy. There is also something, and it is universally accepted. Whatever is the theories in science about what is real is all universally accepted. So most people who don't believe in God, they all believe in science.